Hello and welcome to your EFT or tapping video. I will explain what that is in just a moment. We're going to go through what that is, how this helps, why you would use it, how you use it, and then we're going to go through one together that you can rewatch and redo. You can also make your own following some of the procedures. There's also plenty of this on YouTube, including my YouTube channel, Vanessa Rae of Light. There's also plenty of practitioners that have their own versions of it. There might be some versions that vary a little bit. Whichever one you feel called to, whichever one you do is fine. So first, EFT stands for Emotional Freedom Technique. It is also called tapping, and those words are used interchangeably. So tapping is often used because that is the actual physical thing that you're doing while you're doing EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique. So there are different spots where you tap about 5 to 7 times. Overall, it's important that you're following the procedure, but it's also important that you're not stressed out. And just like our whole program, the Miracle Minded Weight Loss, it's not about perfection. It's about the intention, the effort, doing your best, not getting hung up on the details. So I don't want you, as you're tapping, and we'll go through exactly what that is and what you're going to do. You don't have to count. You're not counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or whatever. You're just doing approximately 5 to 7 times on each center. We're going to go through the centers in the moment, but EFT is Emotional Freedom Technique. The belief behind this modality and practice is that there are energy centers in the body called meridians, and this comes from Chinese acupressure and acupuncture. So the life centers, the energy centers, are flowing chi or energy through your body along the meridian system. So the meridians connect to the organs and connect the organs to each other. And it's this life force flowing through your body that gives you vital health. And so this part, the reason we're doing this in Miracle Minded Weight Loss is to free blocked energy, negative energy, to release it so your body can return to its natural flowing state. Remember, well-being is your birthright. It's your divine right. It's what your body naturally is designed to do and be. It's what you're allowed and designed to have, is this natural, free flowing energy running through you, supporting you in your highest thinking, your clearest thinking, your body's highest functionality, your organs thriving. And so this is an aspect of when energy is blocked in your system, in your energetic body. This is a way of tapping on an energy center to release that blocked energy and return to the free flowing energy. That's what energy does, right? When it's in its natural state. Think of water. Water just flows unless there's a block in the creek. Let's say you're imagining a creek of water and it's flowing, whether it's flowing fast or slow, but water naturally moves, right? But if there's a blockage in the dam, then the water gets built up or gets stagnant, or things grow. It becomes sick. So think of that same water. Think of your body having this flow of energy, or this flow of water going through it. And if it gets stuck or blocked, it starts to become stagnant or sick. So we are releasing any stagnant, negative, blocked energy so that your body can return, your energy can return to its natural flowing state. One thing that I just read online about this, that EFT can be called, that I'd never heard before, that I really, really liked, was it's psychological acupressure. So if you're familiar with acupuncture or acupressure, which is a Chinese medicine that is releasing blocked or stagnant energy in an energy center in the body. And so they put a needle there at the acupuncture point, or in acupressure, you put some pressure with your fingertips at that energy center, at that point, which connects again through the meridians, which is a pathway into energy centers that directly correspond to organs. And you don't have to understand all this, but I did want to go into this so you understand where this methodology comes from. And again, there's more, obviously way more to read online if you're interested, but it's the stimulation of this energy and this release of this energy. So this is the psychological acupressure. We're tapping on certain energy centers, which I will show you in a moment, to release stagnant energy, to help return your body to its natural flow. So this is the psychological version, which means we're not only tapping on these centers, we are connecting the mental and emotional component to this energy center and releasing it. So in EFT, emotional freedom technique, or tapping, we are tapping on these different meridian centers while we speak a prompt. And for our purposes, I'm obviously not working one-on-one with you in an interactive way right now. I'm speaking to whoever's going to watch this video, many of you. And because we're here for weight loss, body love, food freedom, I am going to pick us 1 or 2 prompts that we're going to use for this video. But when if you decide to do this later on your own and you want to personalize, or in our customized sessions together, if we want to find a personalized version for you that is more specific for your needs, then we can do that. But for our purposes, we're going to pick a prompt that is more generally appropriate for everyone that's going to watch this video. So it starts with, although I have this, and then this is where we fill in the blank, a fear or a problem. So I'll give you some examples. Although I have this fear I can't lose weight, or fear of gaining weight, or fear of bad health, or fear of being overweight, or although I have this problem of excess weight. So that's the fill in the blank. Although I have this blank, whatever you would describe as your main fear, issue, or problem with your body, I deeply and completely accept myself. You could also say, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. I'm going to add that in. So that is our first statement. So I'm just going to pick one for this example. Although I have this overweight body, I'll say, although I have this overweight body, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. So this is an example. We're not doing the exercise yet. I would tap through the meridian centers, which I will show you next. I'm just going to demonstrate it right now. Although I have this fear or this problem of being overweight, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And I'm breathing and feeling as I'm doing it. And I'm tapping more than 5 to 7 times, I've noticed, but that's okay. Although I have this problem of being uncomfortable in my body, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Although I have this fear of never being in the right body for me. And again, as I'm doing this, I'm trying to find the sentence that zings for me the most, or that is the biggest trigger. And think back to our exercise of finding our limiting beliefs. Remember, we were looking for the charge in that, which statement, which limiting belief hits home the most. We're doing that same kind of exercise now. You're using your intuition and your instinct and your body to show you, oh, this one feels the most relevant for me. So that's what you're looking for with yourself. You might try a few prompts or statements on, to find that one. So I'm going to go through this one more time with one of those statements. Although I have this fear of never being in a thin, healthy body, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And I'm doing my best to connect to that statement as I'm touching on these meridian points. And next, I'm going to add a follow-up statement, because just like in the scripting, I like to bridge us from where we are, from that fear or that negative belief that's stuck in my energy body, into the future that I want, into my willingness of who I am willing to become, what I am willing to have, right? What you are willing to have, the body you're willing to claim and accept and step into. So the next statement, I am willing to have, and then here's our next and last fill in the blank. So again, you're looking for what is most prevalent. What is your dream come true, right? I am willing to have a healthy, light body, or I am willing to have my dream body, or I am willing to lose weight. I am willing to feel comfortable and confident in my body. While you're doing the exercise, you don't want to shift around between a bunch of different statements, because we want to really pick one, at least for that entire practice, that EFT practice, so that you can settle into it and feel it and start the reprogramming. This is a release and reprogram process, right? We're diffusing the negative energy, the block. We're diffusing it and releasing it, and we're reprogramming the new claim, right? So it is, I call this the diffuser. This is a diffusing exercise to restore balance and reprogram. You're just looking at my notes that I wrote before this. Restore balance and reprogram ourselves. So you don't want to do a bunch of jumping around, because the more we jump around in our head, the more we're in our head and the less we're in our emotions and our body. So for each time you do this, you're going to pick 1 to 2, fill in the blanks, and stick with it and repeat it and be able to go deeper into it. So that second statement again, I am willing to have comfort and weight loss, or whatever it is. Find what it is for you, and then that's what you're going to repeat. So now we're going to go into that. I am willing to have freedom and lightness in my body. I am willing to have freedom and lightness in my body. I am willing to have freedom and lightness in my body. I'm willing to have freedom and lightness in my body. Okay, so those were all just demonstrations. Okay, now we're going to, this is still part of the teaching part of this exercise. Now I'm going to show you the Meridian Centers, tell you what they're called and what meridian they connect to. And again, if you like knowing more about that, you can go more into it. You don't have to know what meridian it connects to. You don't have to take this all in, but I do want to just give you the background. So on different sites with different practitioners, you might see some variations, and some practitioners will start with what's called the karate chop. and then go to the crown. Most practitioners that I've witnessed in trainings start at the crown. It's okay. None of this will make it wrong or bad or give you adverse, like it's all okay. It's just slight variations. Okay. And if you do the order wrong while you're doing it, again, like it's more important that you stay easy and relaxed and comfortable with it within your practice than obsessing or adding any stress or any negativity into the practice. That would defeat the purpose. Okay. Did you see that? So I have Zoom makeup on. That means my Zoom account just automatically, so that I don't have to put makeup on, I put on Zoom eyebrows and Zoom lips, because without it, it's just a little less made up. But when I drink my coffee, you can see it on my mug. Okay, so the order that I do it in, and like I said, that most practitioners I've seen do it in, we start at the crown, which is just your highest point of your body, the highest point of your head. And the meridian this connects to, it's called the governing vessel. Then we go to the third eye, or or here's your third eye right about here. This is also like, this is like a little to the side of the third eye and to the beginning of the brow. You can also do it with both fingers on both sides. I tend to just do it with one. I've seen practitioners do both, again, whatever. Okay, and this is the third eye, and it's connected to the bladder, the organ, the bladder. The end of the brow. So like the temple, the end of the brow, right around here. There's another energy center, meridian connecting to the gallbladder. Then we go under the eye. You're doing it not on the soft part of the eye. You shouldn't feel the eyeball. It's the bone under your eye socket right here. And this is the stomach. You can also, if you're having an issue with an organ, or if you can always just tap, like let's say you have stomach issues and you feel like you're called to unblock your stomach, you can just go there and tap that energy. Okay, and then under the nose, kind of between the lips and the nose, I tend to go like this just to give more space. That's another governing vessel meridian connection. So here and here is the governing vessel. And then the chin, which is really not on the chin, it's really between the lip and the chin, is this area. That's your central vessel. The collarbone. So I go right under. You're not actually on the bone, you're right under the bone. And I don't do it right here. We do it a little bit to the side. And again, you can do either side. I find it's kind of more comfortable and natural to not use the same arm in the same side. So I just go right about here. And you might even feel something. You might feel an area that as you're doing these, you might have an intuition or an instinct where you have an inner knowing of where that spot is. You can trust that. This is the kidney. This correlates to the kidney. And then under the arm. So you're lifting up the arm again. Way more awkward to do it like that. So lift the opposite arm. So this is not actually on the arm. It's on the ribs on the side. Let me see if I can show you better. It's just a few inches. My armpit's here. It's a few inches down on the side, kind of in the ribs. It might be a little tender. It's also called the tender spot. Obviously, none of this tapping should hurt. So you feel it. It's a little bit of pressure, but should not be hard. This correlates with the spleen. And the last one, which some practitioners, again, start with this one. I end with this one, is called the karate chop. And this correlates to the small intestine. I do have digestive issues. Let me rephrase that. I am healing my digestive issues. So this might be one that as I think of it throughout the day, maybe at my presence pause, when I'm all of a sudden present again, I might just tap this. Just focus a little energy on my small intestine, unblocking any clogged, stagnant energy there. Okay, so those are the spots. So we've gone through the psychological prompt. We've picked a prompt that is most serving to us. Again, it always says, although I have this blank, that's the part you fill in, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And then the follow-up prompt, which you can do the prompts back to back, or you can go all the way through it several times doing the first prompt and then go through it doing the second prompt. You might find one feels better on one day or whatever, that you can kind of make it your own. The second prompt is, I am willing to have blank, and then you name the emotional state. Or it doesn't have to be an emotional state, but it's a state that you emotionally connect to. So as I say, I am willing to have a light, happy body, there's an emotional response. We're looking for that emotional response. And that again is your second fill in the blank. Okay. So you're doing that while you're going through these. You can close your eyes as you do this. You can open your eyes as you do this. You can go as slow or as fast as you're called to. You just trying to stay in the moment, trying to stay in the practice. Now, while we're going to go into this together right now, I imagine you'll have your eyes open so that you can see me if you want to stay relatively in sync with me. Again, don't worry, if you see that I've moved on to the brow and you're still on the crown, don't rush to get to the brow. Like, this is okay and easy. It's a healing process. It's more about flow than precision, right? So we're going to get started. We're going to go through our first practice. This can go anywhere. When you do this, it can go anywhere from 5 minutes to 15 minutes. Some practitioners will go into this for 20 or 25 minutes. It's much like meditation. If you only have 3 minutes, then do it for 3 minutes. If you can do it and you're really enjoying it, you can go into it for 10 or 15 minutes. Often you're looking for quality, not quantity. Although if you can have a quality 10-minute practice, it's going to be even more profound than a quality 3-minute practice because you've done more work, right? It's just more work's been done. But again, it's quality over quantity. If you're going to have a distracted, unfocused 20-minute session, that's not going to be as good as a focused, deep, present 2-minute session. So I'm intending that this little exercise we go into together right now is going to be on the shorter side, under 10 minutes, ideally 5 to 7 tops, just because I've been talking for a long time. So let's begin. We're going to start. I like to start with a breath. I like to put my hands on my heart, or at least one hand on my heart, maybe one hand on your belly, whatever you're called, at the beginning of the session and at the end. I like to start this way and just close my eyes. And begin by grounding and centering in a nice presence pause, bringing ourselves to the greatest of our capability in this moment, into this moment. And breathing deep into the belly and deep into our heart and relaxing. And bringing our 2 fingers, these are our tapping fingers. I forgot to introduce that. Our tapping fingers are the middle finger and the pointer finger, the index finger. But if you end up including the ring finger, if that feels comfortable, that is fine too. And we're just going to start by tapping at the crown. Continuing to breathe. I'm gonna look at our statement. I don't have it memorized yet. Although I have this overweight and problematic body, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Although I have this overweight and problematic body at times, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And I'm going to shift our statement as we're doing this because I'm refining it and becoming more clear on what is the more accurate and truthful statement here. Although I have this problem with being overweight, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And you're either saying this with me or just hearing it inside of yourself. Although I have this problem with being overweight, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Although I have this problem with being overweight, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Although I have this problem with being overweight, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Although I have this problem with being overweight, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Although I have a problem with being overweight, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Although I have a problem with being overweight, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Although I have a problem with being overweight, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. I'm now going to shift into an alternate prompt that you can join me in. Although I have a problem with my eating and drinking, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Although I have an issue with my eating and drinking habits, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And again, you're only making little alterations to your prompt, so you find the one that feels the most significant and accurate for you, and then you're sticking with that one. So I'm trying a few on for myself, but more so for you to find the one that most resonates. Although I have an issue with my eating and drinking, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Although I have an issue with some of my eating and drinking habits, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Okay, one more time through. Although I have an issue at times with my eating and drinking, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Although I have an issue at times with my eating and drinking, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Although at times I have an issue with my eating and drinking, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Although I have an issue with my eating and drinking at times, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Okay, and hands to the heart. I'm going to do a couple of deep breaths. And now we're going to move into our next prompt, which is, I am willing to have blank, a happy, healthy body, perfect eating and drinking habits, an easy weight loss, and food freedom. Let's do that one. That sounds good. Okay. I am willing to have easy weight loss and food freedom. I am willing to have easy weight loss and food freedom. I am willing to have easy weight loss and food freedom. I am willing to have easy weight loss and food freedom. You might feel that your emotions are going up the scale of the happiness. They're raising in vibration and positivity. I feel mine are. I can't stop smiling. And that's good. That's what we want. I am willing to have easy weight loss and freedom and joy with my food and eating. I am willing to have easy weight loss and freedom and joy with my eating and drinking. I am willing to have easy weight loss and freedom and joy with my eating and drinking. I am willing to have easy weight loss and freedom and joy in my eating and drinking. Okay, and hands to the heart. Feel this new energy circulating around in your body. You're breathing it in. You're letting it be. You're cultivating this miraculous flow. I hope you do too, I feel this new willingness flowing through me. I got really uplifted, allowing for easy, miraculous, natural weight loss, releasing weight. I'm willing to release weight. That's another good one. I'm just willing to let this be easy. I release weight and experience eating and drinking in joy. So you're just kind of, you're luxuriating, you're dwelling in this concoction of energy you've created in your body. So this should feel yummy. Okay, so this was your intro to EFT, emotional freedom. So you might be able to see now why it's called emotional freedom. So we freed some other emotions and called in some others. And you're seeing it and feeling it flow through your body the best you can. Wherever you're at, as long as your intention is pure, you've done the work, okay? So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you practice this. And I will be putting up more emotional freedom tapping exercises on my YouTube channel, Vanessa Rae of Light. This one will be up there, but then other ones that are just without the explanation, so you just can quickly get into the exercise and enjoy. I love you.